Hi guys, and welcome back to another video game with powers. I'm Jake. In today's video I'll be showing you a solo playthrough of the board game Taverns and Dragons, coming to you from Lord Raccoon Games. Now Taverns and Dragons is a 2 to 5 player game, ages 10 plus, and takes around 60 minutes. The overall premise of Taverns and Dragons is you are essentially a tavern owner and you are sending your crew, your staff, out into the city to collect these different ingredients to make these recipe cards, because the king is on his way to your city and you want to have the most impressive recipes in the land, pretty much. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump down to the table where I got everything set up for a solo playthrough of Taverns and Dragons. All right, guys, so we are down here at the table where we got everything set up for a solo playthrough of Taverns and Dragons. Like I said earlier, the essential premise of the game is you are going to be rolling some dice, okay, 5 dice. And depending on the number of the roll, you're going to be placing these dice out on certain areas of the board or your own individual player board to go ahead and activate your minions that you have, or to be able to do certain things. The overall premise of the game is to use these 3 meeples and staff that you have here to go around the town here or the city, collect these ingredients, bring these ingredients back to the city, so then you can use these ingredients to fulfill these recipe cards right here. You can also use money to hire workers or hire mercenaries that are up here that will help you obviously achieve some of these goals. And so there's a bunch of different things you can do, and I'll go ahead and walk you through those steps as we move through that first playthrough. In the solo mode, we're going to be playing against an autonomous player right here, the evil, we're going to call him the evil wizard. And the evil wizard is going to have a wyvern and a golem as his assistants here that are going to be making my life difficult. So we got his golem here and his wyvern right here. Normally they're going to come with standees, okay, but for the purpose of this game, I want you guys to visually be able to see where everything is. And I have 3 little meeples right here. And so pretty much how this is going to work is I will be playing my turn as normal, rolling dice, putting these dice in different spots, activating things. The autonomous player is going to have this, he's got a deck of 6 cards here. He will be drawing cards from this deck and activating the abilities that are on those cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into Taverns and Dragons, and I will go ahead and walk you through all the steps. And then once I walk you through all the steps of like what one round is, then we're just going to start blasting out some of these rounds, because this game can go pretty lengthy. All right, so I will be playing over the course of 7 rounds here. So we're starting in round 1. The king is going to move all the way here. You know, he's kind of getting close to the drawbridge. So we're going to take 7 total rounds. Like I said, you have 5 action dice here, so you will be taking 5 actions in every round. So you're getting, what I can do math, you're getting 35 turns throughout the course of the game. Okay, starting off the bat, the first phase of the game is going to be called the dice rolling phase. So you're going to go ahead and take your 5 dice over here, and we're going to go ahead and roll them. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and just group the dice up based upon the numbers that you've rolled. So I've rolled 2 1s, a 3, and 2 2s, okay? At this point in time, you would go ahead and add up the total of all your dice. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all right? If your total is ever 10 or less, you get 1 free coin as compensation, okay? Everybody's going to start with 1 coin and 1 energy gem right here. So that is the second thing that you would do in this dice rolling step. And then in a normal game, whoever had the lowest total would get the start player token, okay? Before I move any further, let's take a look at this player board right here. So this is my name of my tavern here, the Kraken Galley, okay? I have 3 spots right here for each of my different meeples that you might have saw on the board. As you're going around the board, you're going to be collecting ingredients. You do not get access to those ingredients right away. Your meeples store these ingredients, and these guys have to go back to that city gate in order for you to get these ingredients, okay? Also down here in the bottom left-hand corner is a special ability. So each tavern is going to have their own special ability. This works by every time you roll a 1, you will move up 1 space on this track, right? You're gaining this energy. At any point during my turn, I can spend wherever this round tracker is to gain that ingredient immediately into my supply, or to gain the one below it. So like if I was on this mushroom right here, I could either gain a mushroom or a flower, okay? So I rolled 2 1s, so I have the ability to gain a flower right now, spending all of this on my turn. Okay. So that is the very first thing. It's the dice rolling step. The second step of the game is now the player's turns. So what's going to happen is, one at a time, each player is going to take a turn placing one of their dice out onto the board or onto their own player board to activate either the different positions or their minions here. So the autonomous player is always going to go first, so we're going to go ahead and start with him. Like I said, we're going to draw the top card from his deck and activate his ability. So this says robbery. So he will roll a dice and then place his die on the matching space in the royal bank here, okay? So we just got a dice for him. Let's see what he rolls, a 2, okay? So the bank is up here, and so there's a spot for a 2, and we're going to go ahead and drop that in right there. So this is a perfect time to talk about one of the possible spots I can place my dice, which is the bank, which is how I'm going to generate coins. So there are 3 different spots that are going to hold only 1 dice. If you roll a 4 and put a 4 dice here, you can get 3 coins. A 3 dice will get you 2 coins here. A 2 dice will get you 2 coins as well. There's only 1 dice that is able to fit in each of these spots. The final spot here, any number of dice can be fit there, and no matter what the number is, you will just gain 1 coin, okay? So that is the autonomous player's turn. So now it is on to me. So let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the things I can do on my turn. So we mentioned the bank here. Right here below me is the energy gem mine. Okay, so I can place I can place a dice here. Whatever the value of that dice is how many energy gems that I will gain. There can be any number of dice placed in this energy gem mine. Okay, so that's one of the other spots I can do. Something else I can do in my turn is to complete a recipe card. So I need a dice. I need to spend one of my dice to go ahead and complete that recipe card. When you do complete that recipe card, you will gain the victory point values that are on this card, plus whatever the value is of the dice that you spent. So let's say this will be 9 victory points straight up. I turn in these ingredients into the supply, which would be 2 flowers and a mushroom. And then let's say I put a 1 dice there, I would really gain 10 victory points instead of 9. So here is the victory point track going around the board all the way just like this, okay? So that's one of the other things. The next thing I can do is spend a dice to activate one of my meeples. So over here on my board, what I would simply do is just place that dice on top of that meeple, and that meeple would be able to move that many number of spaces. Now each meeple here does their own special thing. Starting with the guy with the nice movement boots here, he's able to get +1 movement on his turn. So if I put a 3 on him, I can really move 4 spaces. The guy with the shield in the helmet, whenever you are doing battle with a dragon, if a dragon would cause a wound to you, he does not take any wounds because he's got a sword and a shield. And then the big guy here with the nice backpack, he can hold up to 3 ingredients instead of 2, okay? So simply place the desired dice of number of spaces I want them to move on them, and I would be able to move. Now, when they do move, or actually before or after they move, I have a couple options to me. I can do a bunch of different things, okay? The first thing I can do is collect an ingredient. So for example, let's say I ended up moving in this location here. The first thing I can do is collect an ingredient. So I'll be able to get one mushroom from the supply into this guy's backpack. So it would look something just like that. I would place it in there, okay? Now the only way I can get these ingredients into my supply is by them going all the way around the board back into the city gate area where they're going to drop these goods off for me to use. Now, there are a couple spots on the board where I can take a shortcut. So the first shortcut is going to be right here. So I could just merely go boop and go that way to get there quick. The other shortcut is going to be this forked path to go this way right here. So that is the first thing you could do before or after you move. You can take one of the ingredients. If it's printed on the board, you just take it from the supply. There are some ingredients that are filled in. I would just take that, and now this would be blank, so that everybody else moving forward would have to take that magma spice ingredient. The second thing I have available to me before or after I move is going to be hunting a dragon. A dragon is not out yet. I'll get to that when we got a dragon out there. The next thing I can do is visit a location. So wherever I am, on the two spots, either above or below each location. So here, 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 and then with this one, this spot right here counts as adjacent to a location. I can spend the required resources there to visit that location. So for example, this location right here, you would need to spend a gem and a spice in order to gain 2 coins. That's something else I can do on my turn. If I am in the city gates area, I can move those items, the ingredients that I have, from the backpack to my supply. Okay, also I could heal any wounds if any of my guys had wounds here. If I am in this area in the maple tree over here, I can gain one of these reroll runes, which will allow me to reroll any of my dice that I have available to me. Only one though. 1 dice per 1 rune that you have. And then the last thing, if I am in the space that has this little swirly token here, this is the quest token. We have a quest deck here. I can activate a quest once by drawing the top card of this deck, reading it aloud, and doing what it says to try and fulfill that quest. So those are the, I think, 6 different things I'm able to do on my turn, either before or after moving. You don't have to do them all before or all after. You can kind of break them up how you want to, okay? So right off the bat, let's see what I want to do. I think I want to start generating, the last thing actually you can do on your turn is hiring one of these mercenaries or staff to help you out. So let's take a look at one of these cards here quickly. So let's take a look at this guy right here. So the cost of this hero is going to be in the top right-hand corner. All right. The victory points that he's going to be worth at the end of the game is right here. He's going to provide an effect. So he will change the face of 1 hunting die for me. And then right here, he has a special one-time bonus. So what I could do is spend an energy gem in order to gain a dragon egg straight from the supply into my supply throughout the course of the game. So at any point during my turn, I can acquire or purchase one of these mercs, and I can purchase as many as I have the coins for. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is let's go ahead and throw this 1 dice here on our little movement guy. So we're going to go 1 space and 2 space, because remember, he gets +1 movement. We're going to go ahead and take a mushroom over here into the supply for him. Okay, there is no dragon out there. I do not have the required resources to visit that location, and there is no quest spot, so that is the end of that turn. So moving on to the solo player now. We have pillage. So roll the die and place this die on the matching tile to block that location. Okay, so 1. So right here, boom, he's gonna block this location here. I guess this would be a good time to go over these 4 locations. So the first one right here, I can spend a gem to automatically hit the dragon for any icon of my choosing. All right, I went over this one. This one is going to be spend a gem to re-roll one of my dice. And this location here is going to be spend a coin to either gain a flower, a mushroom, or a spice directly into my supply. All right. So now we're going back to me. Let's see. I think what we're going to do is spend this 3 spot. And I'm going to go ahead and grab me 2 coins right here from the bank and drop them in my area. And do I want to grab somebody yet? Nope. I want to try and save up for that scale breaker because he's going to be massive. Okay, so that was the end of that turn. The next one, we have Bob the Golem here. So move the golem. If Bob ends his move in an area with a minion, a clash will occur and the druid will collect 1 wild plant for doing so. So Bob here is going to move to locations with wild plants. All right, so this is going to be the next available spot clockwise with a wild plant. He's going to go ahead and collect this and put this on the druid board here. And if, like it said there, if at any point that there is a minion on here, we would enter a clash. Okay, I would roll this dice, and depending on what I roll, something would happen. Okay, also in regards to the druid board, if there's 4 ingredients on this board, what would happen is those ingredients would get sent back to the supply, and then the druid would cook the topmost recipe from the deck here for free, okay, and gain that required amount of victory points. If there is ever 2 identical ingredients on the track, what's going to happen is a fire token is going to be placed in the location of the golem to cover one of the ingredient spots, making it to where I can no longer access that ingredient. Okay, so back to me. Let's see. Essentially, the dragon is getting ready to come the next turn, so I want to be prepared for that. But first, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and be prepared for the dragon. So let's go drop a 2 in here, collect me 2 energy gems, and put them right there. All right, that's the end of that turn for me. Now we have Nob the Wyvern. Okay, if Nob ends his move in the city gates area, the druid cooks the recipe with the lowest prestige points. So his little wyvern here is going to go clockwise around the board to the location with the next dragon egg. So the next location with the dragon egg is over here. All right, again, so on the next time he gets drawn, he would go there, and then the last time he would finish at the city gate. And as it says, whenever he is at that city gate, he's going to cook the recipe with the lowest prestige value. All right, moving on to me. So I got a 2 and a 1 here. I really want to get this scale breaker. So I think what I'm going to do is spend this 1 dice here, and we're going to drop it right there to go ahead and get 1 coin. Okay, and then I'm just going to take all 5 of my coins here. All right, trade them in, and I am going to hire the scale breaker. Okay, so when hiring these scale breaker cards, they're just going to go right above. You can find a good place for them. Maybe slide this over a little bit and put them right there for now. Okay, and he's going to go right over to the side next to my player board. Make sure that's good there. Okay, he's gonna go right next to my player board, so then the top card will refill from the deck. What do we have? So we got a Forest Guardian, cost 4 prestige, add 1 to each of your action dice. Wow, that's good. All right, the last turn for the druid here is capture. So he's gonna roll the dice. The druid gets 1 hero from the market, and then he will gain 1 prestige per hero in the tavern. Okay, so whatever he rolls is the spot that he's going to get. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's collecting the hero from spot number 1. I can get this off the deck. Okay, and I'm just going to place these right here, and then he would get 1 prestige point for each hero in his tavern. He has 1 hero in his tavern, so he gets 1 prestige point. Okay, and then this will go ahead and get refilled, and we have Master Chief. Wow, replace 1 ingredient in your pantry with any other. Wow, that's massive. Okay, so now we have my last turn. So I think what I'm going to do is put a 2 dice on the sword and shield guy, and I think we're going to go 1 and 2 here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and collect a mushroom there, and that is going to be the end of my turn. Okay, so those are all 5 of my actions that I have spent. So now we'll go to the end of round phase, which what will happen is I will take back all of my dice that I have spent here and just put them right above. We'll go ahead and give the autonomous player back his dice. That should be everything, okay? We're gonna go ahead and discard any spent resources on these locations, which I have none right now. We're going to move this recipe down and reveal a new recipe from the deck. So this says dragon egg pancakes with a fir petals as garnish, okay? It's gonna be 11 prestige points for that, all right? And then what we're gonna do is move the king and resolve the effects, okay? So whenever the king passes these icons here, they're gonna do certain things. So we have a dragon icon. So now our first dragon of the game is going to come out. So we randomly selected 2 dragons in the beginning. Let's go ahead and see what this first one is. We have the greedy, okay? So the dragon in the top right-hand corner is going to let us know where this dragon is coming out. So we have the big bad greedy. He's coming out in location D. So we're going to go ahead and drop him right there. And then each dragon is going to have a peer effect here. So it says each player discards 1 gold coin for each of their minions in areas adjacent to the greedy. So I have no gold coins at this current moment, so I don't have to worry about that. And then let's take a look at this dragon board real quick. When you are hunting the dragon, you will roll these hunting dice, okay? You will roll 1 dice for every gem that you spend. You have to have energy gems to be able to hunt a dragon. So whatever the roll is here, you will be able to cover up all of these different spots. This is for a 4-player game. Of course, what's going to happen is when both spots get covered up, you're going to go ahead and collect those resources. However, this meat is not going into your supply. This meat is going to have to go to one of your meeples to carry in one of their backpacks, and then they're going to have to make it back to the city gates in order for that meat to get put in your tavern, okay? Whenever a dragon is fully covered and defeated, the player that does that will go ahead and take one of these, we'll select one of these 3 tokens here, and it's going to be a prestige point value on that dragon. Okay, so that is how our dragons work. So we have moved the king, resolved its effect. This bottom effect, there's a different module in the game called effects. We're not playing with that module right now. So that is the 3 main steps of Taverns and Dragons. Okay, so I hope you guys got a good feel for the game. I'm just gonna kind of blow through this now, because like I said, this can get pretty lengthy. So let me go ahead and let's do this roll dice step. So let's go ahead and roll my dice here. So what am I at? 2, 2. So I got 2, 2, 4, and 3 here. All right. So I do not gain a coin. I don't need to gain a coin because I have 10 plus, and we're going straight into the person's turn. So we have a curse here. So it says place damage markers to fill the topmost unfulfilled row of the dragon's board. The druid gains 1 victory point per marker added. Okay, so here we go. So we have these little red markers here, that will fulfill on the row. So the topmost is this little one right here. So the reward for this would be a dragon meat, which he's going to place in his little supply, and he does not gain a coin. And then he gets 1 prestige point for each marker that he had to place. So only placed 1. Okay, so now all 6 of the cards of the druid's deck are finished. So we'll go ahead and give this a shuffle, and then we're just going to continue to circulate through this deck. So you're going to see the same cards every single time for playthroughs, and like a couple of those extra cards are like beefed up cards, so you get to choose how many beef up cards you want to play for difficulty. I chose 3 basic and 3 beefed up cards, just a medium playthrough, and that's what we got. So let's see. I want to go ahead and fight this dragon. So I really just need to get to 2 spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and take a 2 and put it on my sword and shield guy. So we're going to go 1 and 2. So I'm going to do some steps in order here. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is collect a coin as my ingredient. All right. The next thing I can do is now hunt the dragon. So I will spend 3 energy gems right here to roll 3 hunting dice. All right, so let's go ahead and roll these dice right here. Okay, so I get a sword, I get an axe, and I get a bow with a wound. However, if you remember, the sword or the shield and helmet meeple does not take any wounds from the dragon here. So I have a couple options to actually be able to defeat this. I think what I'm gonna do is, so let's do a sword, and I can put these on anything. So let's do a sword. Okay, there is a bow. All right, so that will complete that. So I gain a meat. Whenever I gain a meat from the dragon, I have to choose what minion I want to store this meat in. I think I'm gonna do our big boy here. And then I also get a coin as compensation for that. And then I have an axe, so I can fill the axe in somewhere, which would be right there, okay? So that was hunting the dragon action. I now have the opportunity to visit this location, so I can spend a coin to gain any one of these 3 ingredients straight into my supply here, which I think I will. So spending a coin to either gain a flower, mushroom, or spice straight into my location. I think I'm gonna gain a flower there. So that's going straight into my supply. And then I have the opportunity to fulfill 1 quest, okay? Because I am in this quest location. So let's see what we have here. So this is what a quest card is going to look like, guys. So let's read this off. After a difficult climb, you finally reached the top of the rocky peak where you saw a griffin's nest. You are just a few meters away from their eggs, which are used to cook the legendary omelet. Your fortunes await. Roll 1 dice. Depending on my roll, I'll either gain 1, 2 coins, 3 coins, or my minion is going to suffer a wound here, okay? So let's go ahead and roll. I'm going to roll this 2 dice because I've already used it. So let's roll this and see what we get. We get a 2, so I would gain 2 gold coins, all right, for completing this quest. And then this quest is going to go here back at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the last thing I have is I could, if I wanted to, hire a mercenary. But I got 3 coins. I don't want to re-roll any of my dies up to 2. I want to try and probably get this Master Chief right here for 6. That's a big, beefy boy there, okay? So that is the end of my action for my shield and my helmet character. So moving on to the autonomous player here, we have pillage. So place this die, roll a dice, place it on the matching tile. So I can't do it. We get another 2. Okay. Moving on to me. So I think what I'm going to do is I want 4 to get 3 gold coins. Okay. So I would get 3 gold coins. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and take the other 3 that I have over here. All right. We're going to spend all 6 and we are going to hire this Master Chief here. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide that Master Chief right there. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and flip that over. Okay, so that is my action. Moving on to the next one, what do we have? Capture. So again, these are one of these extra boost cards, the upgraded cards that they would have. So the normal one, the capture would be he just gets the hero. And the boost, he gains 1 victory point for every hero in his tavern. So let's see who this guy is going to steal 4. So he's taking the Forest Guardian here, putting her in there, and then he gains 2 prestige points for being in that. And then we have a Mentalist coming out. So 5 coins, copy the ability of any hero in the market or a tavern. Then we have this guy, ignore the face of 1 hunting die for 4. Wow, that's actually pretty good. So that was his turn. So now we're coming back to me. Let's see here. I want to start getting some of these ingredients. So I can get a free plant, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to use my ability there. So drop this all the way at the bottom. Let me get a free plant into my supply. So now I got 2 plants and a mushroom. So I could activate that. I really want to get some dragon eggs though, because dragon eggs are a big time resource. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Do I have I got a 2. So that could help. So 2. So we're going to go 1, 2. And then remember, he gets +1 movement. So he would be here for 3. And I'm going to go ahead and collect this dragon egg from the supply there. I cannot visit this location as I've already visited this location. The closed off tokens here indicate you can only visit this location 1 time. In a 2-player game, that's what you're going to do. Essentially, that's what we're playing here. In a 3 to 4-player game, you would leave these open so a location could be visited twice. I'm going to choose not to hunt the dragon. I don't have any gems, so I can't do that. And yeah, I think that's what we got. So moving on to the autonomous player, we have the curse. So place all damage markers to fill the topmost row of the dragon. Okay, so he is placing 2 markers here. Okay, 2 markers. This is going to give him 2 victory points for placing 2. This will also get him a 2nd dragon meat. All right, so what would happen is the 2 identical ingredients are placed on a track. So I'm going to place a fire token now in a spot where the golem is, okay? The magma spice, yeah. I'll take the magma spice location, gone. And then we're going to discard these 2 ingredients from his player board, okay? So that was his turn. So back to me. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and rock with 3 to get 3 energy gems. Do I really want 3 energy gems? Let's see, with Big Boy, I can 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, well, I'll like that. So let's go 3 energy gems here into my supply. And then his last turn, we have Knob the Wyvern, okay? So Knob the Wyvern is going to go in this location right here. And that's the spot where his dragon eggs, there's nothing that activates if he's on a location with eggs or anything like that. All right, my last turn, 4. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my big boy here for 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Drop them down right there. I'm going to go ahead and collect a... Ooh, do I want spice? So I got a lot of mushrooms. I'm thinking this flour. I'm thinking this flour here. Go ahead and collect that flour. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That does not go into my supply. It goes into that spot right there. Okay, so get a flour. I could visit this location here, which I actually think I'm going to do just to ensure that I can get a win. So what you're going to do is take the top little token from this deck. So this is a bow and arrow. So anytime I'm in a hunt with a dragon, I can spend this to automatically do that damage, which that kind of stinks because I was hoping for a sword. All right, and then that is everything. So those are all of my possible actions. So we'll go ahead and take all of my dice back here. Take all the dice back, okay? Remove any of the resources on these locations. All right, the dragon is going to stay out, okay? We'll go ahead and drop all these recipes down and reveal a new recipe from the top of the deck. So we have a delicious salad made from a variety of magical herbs, which is going to be 12 victory points for that. And then we're going to move the king down 1. So this, I actually should have done that actually. The beer token is, so I can spend these heroes once. I can exhaust these heroes to use these abilities. And then that right there is going to say to unexhaust them. So for the purpose, let's just say I did that, right? So I exhausted this Master Chief. Okay, so you would rotate him 90 degrees essentially. and then I could trade any one ingredient from my pantry with another. So I would trade that in for a dragon egg right there. And then now what would happen is, since I passed this marker right here, he would become unexhausted and I would be able to use him on a future turn. Okay, so back up to the top of the round. So go ahead and take my 5 dice here and let's go ahead and roll them. So I rolled a 1, a 2, and 3 threes. Okay, so we rolled a 1, so I get to go up there. I'm over the 10 limit, so I don't gain a coin for that. And we're back up top with the start of the turn. So we have Bob the Golem. All right, Bob the Golem is going to move to the next location with a plant, which is going to be right here. Bob the Golem is going to collect that plant. That is 2 ingredients of the same choice. And I need these magma spices. So we're going to go ahead and cover that location up. Maybe... we'll cover that. We'll cover that location up. I'm going to play risky a little bit. So these are going to get discarded, and we are back to my turn. All right. First thing I do, I think, is going to gain 3 energy gems. So we're going to go... Actually, I'm going to try and hunt this dragon. So I'm going to take the sword and shield guy here. We're going to go 3 spaces, okay? We're going to go 3 spaces. But before I do that, I'm going to collect because he would go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to collect a coin as my ingredient there. I'm going to activate this quest. So let's see what this quest is. So this one says... you are fascinated by the sight of dozens of birds flying in circles nearby. As you move closer, you discover a giant eagle struggling on the ground, its claws caught in vines. You entangle the best and it bows to you, inviting you to sit on its back. Move to the area of your choice. Wow, that'd have been great if it was any other character. But actually, you know what? It could be actually pretty useful because I'm going to move onto the spot with the golem. And since the golem has not moved onto that spot when I was already there, there's going to be no battle that indicates. So this would still allow me to fight the dragon, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and hunt the dragon. So I will spend 2 energy gems. Let's go ahead and roll 2 dice. Okay, so we get double axes. Oh man, that's unfortunate there. That's very unfortunate. Okay, well, can't do nothing with him, and that's pretty much all I can do with that guy. So moving into the last one, we have robbery. So we're gonna roll this dice and place it on the spot on the bank. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give this card a shuffle here. So the next thing we're gonna do, I think, is going to be, I should have done it last time. I should have just did this last time. It would have been worked out either way. So grab me 3 energy gems, okay? Grab me 3 energy gems over there. We're gonna go to him, and we're praying he does not get the dragon. He gets Bob the Golem. Okay. Bob the Golem is moving to the next spot with a plant, which would be right here. So he'll take 1 plant from the supply and go ahead and drop it on there. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, really. We'll spend a 2 on this meeple, my little man right here. So I cannot collect any ingredients because I'm full up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fight the dragon. Spending 3 gems, and let's roll 3 dice. Okay, so we get a sword, we get a fire, and we get a wound. So the fire is discard 1 gold coin, your minion suffers 1 wound. So he would suffer 1 wound either way. So I can change one of these faces to do what I want. So we will actually, instead of discarding a coin, we'll do that, okay? So I would defeat the dragon here. So boom and boom. So I would gain a coin as compensation, all right? I I get a dragon meat for one of my people here. All right, and then this minion here would suffer 1 wound. So what that means is I have to discard one of these tokens, okay, and place a wound marker here, which means he can only hold 1 of these tokens. So putting that back in there. All right, so this is still all before I have moved, okay, and then the dragon is defeated. All right, so I'm gonna take one of these 3. Let's just go ahead and shuffle them up. All right, I'm not looking, and what do we got? 2. All right, so I have collected 2 victory points here for this nice little dragon, okay? And it's just gonna go on my board somewhere, show that I collect them, and then this dragon is going to be defeated, okay? So we'll go ahead and place him off the board because those are all of his spots that are filled. In round 5, the next dragon will appear. Again, I can still move, so let's go 1, 2, and 3, and move right there. Now I cannot visit that location. Obviously, I can't take anything else, so that is the end of my turn. We have pillage. All right, so it's gonna be roll the dice, drop it on the location, so nobody can visit that location. So I got a 3 and a 1. I think what I'm gonna do is I need to try and get a recipe. I need to try and get a recipe out quick. So I can get some bonus prestige here. So I think what I'm gonna do is spend the 1 on this guy. So move him here. So here, get in the city, I collect all of these ingredients. So boom, boom, and boom. Okay. Man, is it really worth trading in a meat for a... Interesting. Okay. So we've got him in there. He doesn't need to do anything else. That's pretty much the last thing that he can do. We have Curse, so place all damage markers on the board. He cannot activate that ability because the dragon is no longer available, so I lucked out with that. And then my last action here, I think what I'm going to do is take my Master Chief, okay? I'm just going to flip him down and put him right below my board to indicate that I've used him already. So I can trade any one ingredient in my pantry, and unfortunately I'm going to have to get rid of this dragon gem and switch this into a plant, okay? The last thing I'll do is I will go ahead and make an ingredient. So I'm going to make this delicious salad. So we're going to spend these 3 plants from my pantry here, and I will collect this ingredient. So this is going to give me 12 victory points plus an additional 3 for the dice that I used. So I'm going up 15, so I'll be at 17 total here. And you just collect these down below your player board somewhere. So again, I'm just going to put this down below my player board off the screen, okay? What will then happen is this will refill and we have a new ingredient coming out. So it's going to be an enchanted pie from the Druid's Grove, a treat for the bloody and the mind, okay? So that was the last action that I could take, okay? So let me go ahead and collect my dice all around the board here and then give the Druid his dice. Okay, so his dice, bada bing, bada boom, okay. That's everything that we got right there. Anything on the locations? Nope. We're going to go ahead and reveal a new recipe. So all these are going to drop down, okay. And we have one new recipe. Woo! Dragon meat in herb broth served in a bubbling cauldron, okay. And then we're going to move the king and resolve the effects. So actually, before the end of the round, we have this prestige point here. So the player with the most plants in their completed recipes is going to get 3 victory points. Since I am the only player that has a recipe right now with plants, I will go ahead and collect 3 bonus victory points. So we're at 1, 2, and 3, bringing me up to 20. So now we go ahead and move through. So what this symbol is, if you remember all of those different spots on the board here, we're going to go ahead and collect these tokens back in, replenish this bag here, and put them back in the bag. So the bag is going to consist of 3 3 wild plants, okay? The quest token, we're gonna need 3 mushrooms. So that's 1, 2, and 3 mushrooms. We need 2 magma spices, which are here. And then we should have 1 dragon gem, okay? So we're gonna give this a shuffle and then go ahead and refill them around the spaces that are around the board. Okay, so that's all of that. Let me roll my dice. Let's do it actually like we're supposed to do it. So roll my dice. I got 3 2s, a 3, and a 4. Going into the autonomous player now. So we got the robbery. So roll his dice, put it on the spot. Let's get a better roll than that. Okay, 1. So we are rolling with a 1 there. So that covers that spot up. And now we're on to me. So I need to get this guy back in here. So we just got a 1, 2. So really I can just spend a 2. 2 for him. So 1, 2 here. So I drop off this dragon egg in there, and then I get to heal my wound, okay? So that is pretty much that, that minion right there. So moving on to the next one, capture, okay? So he's gonna capture somebody from, we get another 1, okay? So he'll capture this big boy right here. He's got 3 heroes in his tavern, so 1, 2, and 3. And we're gonna replace him with, all other players are discarding 1 energy gem. Interesting. Okay, so that was that action. So now we are going back to me. So what do we have out on the board here? Really, I need, these 2 are gonna be the most, even though these do give bonus points. So really I need, so I got 2 meats, all right, and I got 1 dragon gem. So I need spices and pretty much everything else. So let's see. My arrow guy, this dragon's getting ready to come back out. So where's my big boy? I think my big boy is gonna go 2 spaces. Big boy will go 2 spaces, 1, 2. Go ahead and collect a mushroom. All right, go ahead and collect that mushroom. And I don't want to visit that location. So that's all I got with Big Boy there. And then we got Knob the Wyvern. So Knob is going to the next location with a dragon egg. All right. And then while I'm shuffling his deck up, what do I have next? So I could spend, I need plants. Also need spices. So 1, 2, 3. Can I get a 3? I do have a 3. So let's go 1, 2, and 3 with him. Collect that spice. All right, and that's that one. So flipping it over, Bob the Golem. All right, so he's gonna go to the next location with a plant. So the next location around the board is going to be a plant here, and he's gonna go ahead and collect a plant token. So that would be both these plant tokens gone, and then he's gonna put a fire out right there in that location. So you cannot collect any more ingredients from that location. So now I got a 4 and a 2. I think I'm gonna put the 4 here, grab 3 energy gems, okay? Or 4 energy gems actually, because this dragon is getting ready to come out next turn. So then he would go and we have capture, okay? So roll the dice. 2, all right, so he's capturing this goldsmith right here, and he's getting 4 victory points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be refilled right here just like that. Okay, my last turn is 2. We're gonna go to the bank and grab 2 coins. Let me see, ooh, that's actually a good one. So I'm gonna pay 4 coins, maybe. Yeah, 4 coins straight up. Or actually that mentalist is really good. Let's go with the lightkeeper. So I'm gonna pay 4 coins, grab this lightkeeper here, and let's see what he has. Okay, so gain that lightkeeper. Let's re-roll, or let's flip over the new one. Fairy Master healing minions wounds. Okay, that's good. Before I end my turn, I'm going to activate this Lightkeeper to gain 1 energy gem for each hero in my tavern. So if you remember, I got 3 heroes in my tavern, so I'm going to gain an additional 3 energy gems, because even exhausted heroes still count as regular heroes. Okay, So those are all of my actions. Let me go ahead and collect my dice. Everybody will collect our dice back. So boom, that's the only dice that he needs to collect. Okay, and there are no resources or gems on these locations. We're going to go ahead and reveal a new recipe by discarding the bottommost one, dropping all of these down, and let's see what we get. So we have magic mushrooms grilled with magma spices for 11 prestige, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and move the king here. So the very first thing we have is we're going to unexhaust all of our heroes that we have available to us. So I got Master Chief and Light Keeper there, okay? And the final dragon is coming out. So we have the Celestial, okay? So the Celestial is coming out here in A, and each player discards one energy gem for each of their minions in areas adjacent to the Celestial, okay? Okay, so the City Gate does not count as adjacent, so I only have one. So I just need to discard one energy gem for that bad boy coming out. And then again, we're ignoring that because that is in the another different module. So let's go back up top. Let's go ahead and roll some dice here. So I roll 2 1s, a 2, and a 3. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I roll 10 or less, so I get a coin for free. I also rolled 2 1s, so I move up 2 spaces on my power track. And we're ready to play. So let's see what this guy's going to do. He's going to start by pillaging right off the bat. All right, so 3, so nobody can use that. So on to me. Well, right away, I feel like we got to go ahead and do combat with this Celestial Dragon. So my little meeple guy down here, let's see. Let's put a 1 on him. So we'll drop him on a 1. So I will actually... this is gonna be interesting. I think what I'm gonna do is do this a little different. So I can't take an ingredient. I'm going to visit the location before I hunt this dragon. So I need to spend 1 energy gem. Like I said, I'll take the top token from this. So this is an axe. So I can use an axe anytime I want. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and hunt the dragon by spending 3 energy gems over here, and we're gonna roll these 3 dice. Okay, so this is giving me a good advantage right here. Let's roll them right there. All right, so we roll a fire, a sword, and a bow, and a claw. Ooh, all right. So right away, I'm gonna use this scale breaker to change the face of 1 hunting die right here. Okay, so we're gonna change the face of 1 hunting die. Let's see what his ability. So discard 1 energy gem. Your minions suffer 1 wound. Okay, let's go ahead and do some digging here because I got both of these as well. All right, so let's see. So I could do the sword. Well, I don't need really dragon meat right now. So I might do the bow. And well, actually I have a bow here. So bow, and I could change that to an axe. So that would be bow axe. And then that would take care of that. And then is there a possibility to get 2? There is. So yeah, so I could actually get 2. Okay, so let's go shield and bow for the top one. And then let's go bow and axe for the second one, and I'm going to save that axe for later. And my shield guy does not take a wound. I forgot about that. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go sword and bow to go ahead and complete this top objective here. So I will get an energy gem and some dragon meat. So energy gem and dragon meat, and we're going to put this... dragon meat on this little guy right here and an energy gem. So these are that, okay? And then we have a bow and an axe to get another meat and 3 victory points. So 1, 2, and 3. And we're gonna drop another meat on this guy right here. Why not? Drop another meat on that guy. Okay, so that is my turn right there because I do believe I moved. Yeah, I moved 1, did all that. I cannot collect anything and I cannot fulfill any quests. All right. So the next one, we got Nob the Wyvern. So he's moving to the next location with the dragon egg or the city gate. It will be the city gate, and then he's going to take the lowest prestige. He's going to take the lowest recipe card. He's going to take the bottommost recipe card if there's a tie, which there is. So he's going to get 11, 12, 13, okay? So he's going to be at 25. All right, 25. And I'm just going to place this over here to the left of his board so we can signify that that is there. Okay, so now we are going back to me. So let's see. Let's drop this little guy off here. So let's drop a 3 on this guy. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go an extra spot. And do I want him to fight the dragon? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. That's going to be that. We got a curse. So he's going to place damage markers on the topmost spot of the dragon. So he's going to fill that and grab meat right there. All right. So he's going up 1, 2 spaces. And then he will grab a dragon meat himself. All right. Let's see what else I have at my disposal. So I got Big Boy right here. Let's give Big Boy a 1. All right, so we're going to take this shortcut here for a 1. I'm going to collect this dragon egg for him. Or is it better to do... I already have a dragon egg, actually. It's better if I do this flower. So we'll take the flower for him. Okay. And then... do I want to visit that location? No, I'm good for right now. And that's pretty much all I got for him. So then the last one, or this next one for him is going to be robbery. So we're rolling a 3. So he goes at 3 spot. We're going to need to shuffle. So right away, I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 on the 2 spot and grab me 2 coins there. Okay, and then the last thing that I will do is probably place that 3. I don't have anything to complete these. I should slide these down and flip over a tile. Okay, what do we have? So we got dragon ribs slowly simmered in hydromel with magma spices for flavor. Interesting. I think the last thing I'm just going to do is collect 3 energy gems. Okay, collect 3 energy gems there, and then maybe buy a hero. Heal a minion's wound is good, but really I might not need it because the dragon is almost dead. But I do believe the dragon can end up on the same spot as me and hurt me. Yeah, I mean, it's good victory points for the end of the game. 3 coins, and I'll take this fairy master right here. Okay, and then we're gonna flip that over. So straighten 1 hero card. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so those are all the actions available to us here. So let me go ahead and take all of my dice back. We got 2 rounds left. We're moving through this pretty quick. 2 rounds left. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, and then we've collected all that. We have discard all these resources from the location cards. Let's go ahead and reveal a new recipe here on the board. And we have a magic mushroom melody extra soft, okay? And then we're going to move the king and resolve effects. So we are at the reposition. So we're going to take 1 of that quest. We're going to take 1 plant, 2 plant, 3 plants. All right. We need 3 mushrooms. So 1 mushroom, 2 mushroom, 3 mushroom. We would need 2 magma spice. So I'll take 1 there and then 1 from the supply and then 1 dragon egg. All right. Let's go ahead and give these a nice little shake and see where all this stuff ends up. Also, at the end of round 5, we're going to need to do the objective for the round. So this is going to be the most heroes with a hunting bonus, okay? So the player with the most heroes in their tavern tavern with the hero bonuses. So we'll go flour, dragon egg, and flour. Okay. So I have one hero, and then I think, what is that? So I just have one hero with a hunting bonus. He's got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he has more than me, so he will collect 5 victory points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So let me go ahead and roll my dice. So what are we at? 2, 2, 4. Oop, that's a 4. So 4, 4, 3, and 2. Okay. 4, 4, 3, and 2. And we're starting right up top with him. So curse. So place all damage markers. So he's gonna place 2. So he would get 2 victory points. 1, 2. He does not gain an energy gem, but he would get a dragon meat. So this would destroy a fire at the location where the golem is, but the golem is already there. And then he would collect one of these 2 resources. Let's just drop one from my hand. If they both want to, what is that one? Okay, so 6. So he gains an additional 6 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For finishing off the final dragon. Okay, and now let's go ahead and go from there. So let's see what I want to do. I need to start collecting some of these ingredients because I am struggling right now. I only got 1, but I'm down quite a bit. But I can make this up a lot, hopefully. So this is a dragon meat, a spice, a mushroom, and a flower. So I think if I just get all my guys back into the city gates, that'll be okay. So let's go with the, well, actually, yeah, so we'll go with the sword and shield guy first, move him in there, and we're going to move my magma spice and my mushroom back in there. We'll put this down over here for a sec so we can see. Okay, so then let's see what I need. So I got a dragon meat, I got a magma spice, I got a mushroom, and I just need a plant, okay? So Big Boy's got the plant. That'll be able to get rid of that. Is there anything else I could get? I could get a free plant for that, and that might be able to help out. But he's got a plant, so I might as well get him there first. Okay, so Knob to Wyvern. So Knob is going to the next location with a dragon egg, which is going to be right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get this little guy right in there for my dragon meat. So we're going to go ahead and collect all that dragon meat. So, oops, well, capture. I put that in wrong. Let's see what he gets. So 3. All right, so he's going to take this guy, and then he is collecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. So he's at 45. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and refill. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Visit a location without paying energy gems. Wow. Copy the ability of any hero. I need to strengthen. I need 4 coins. That's what I really need. So let's go 4 to get 3 coins. Okay. Make some plays here. Try and make some plays. Oh, actually, I can spend an energy gem on that card to be able to get a plant as well. Ooh, that's big. That's big. Okay, so I did that to take those coins. We got pillage. So he'll roll a dice and block a location. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is spend an energy gem on this fairy master right here. So one-time use to be able to collect a flower straight from my supply into my pantry. And then I'm going to do a ingredient. So I'm going to spend a 4 dice. So we have 1 dragon meat. We have 1 magma spice. Okay. We have 1 mushroom, all right, and then we have 1 plant here, okay? So that's going to be 16, plus 4 is 20, plus an additional, which is 22, okay? So that's going to be 45. So we are even right now with that. So again, I'm just going to put this below my board, put my dice over there to know that I have spent that dice. Okay. Let's see what else we got. So moving to him, Bob the Golem. All right, Mr. Bob the Golem is going to the next spot with a plant, which is right there, and he's collecting that plant. Okay, last one here. Can I get an ingredient? So I got 3 meat, and all the hero cards are going to be straightened. I don't think there's a way I can get anything just right yet. Okay, so I'm going to spend a 3 here, get 2 coins, and spend 5 coins, or spend 4 coins to take this barrel carrier. All right, put him, so that's 1, 2. I need to spend 2. Okay, and then let's see. I can straighten 1 hero card, so I'll go ahead and do that. And straighten this guy back up. I can replace one of my pantries, so I think I will. So we'll do that to replace... well, actually, I should have done that in reverse. Hold on a sec. Okay, so let me do this. Let me rewind just temporarily. So I will do this, replace 1 ingredient with any pantry in the other. Okay, so I will replace one of these dragon meats with, what do I want? I want a spice, okay? So I want a spice, all right? And then I'm going to use him to straighten a hero to replace with another ingredient again. And I'm going to replace another dragon meat with a... let's go another dragon egg. Okay, with another dragon egg. Okay, so those were kind of finessing that final bit of my round. Okay, so that's all of my dice there. So let's go ahead and collect all of my dice. Moving into the last round. The last round right here. So we've done all that. Discard. Take back my 5 dice. Discard. Something I just realized I forgot to do the last round was discard and draw a new recipe card. Which would really affect the game because I wasn't able to get that. I would not have been able to get this past recipe right there. And then move the king and resolve effects. So he is going to straighten all of my hero cards that are in my supply here. Boom, boom, and boom. Okay. So move him into the final round, and then the final round, the player with the most coins, which is kind of a cheat code, or the heroes with the most gold bonus, actually. Most gold bonus, actually. Okay. So we're rolling some dice. Last round. Here we go, guys. Last round. Let's roll some dice here. Get my camera back. Sorry about this side camera here the whole time. I know it's kind of blurry. So I rolled a 1. Okay, that's actually really good. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we are full up there. Okay, so he's going to go first. Robbery. Okay, so he's going to roll and 2. So on the bank is 2. Okay, so let's see. The first thing that I want to do is try and get this recipe. I think might as well just try and fulfill as many recipes as possible. So I'm gonna spend this 4 dice to fulfill this recipe down here. So I need a dragon meat, I need a dragon egg, which I have, and then we need a magma spice. Okay, so magma spice there. This is going to be 15 plus 4, which is 19, and then an extra 2, 20 and 21. Okay, so 21 for me, so I'm at 67. All right, so leap rocket to 67. We're gonna go ahead and slide all these down and go ahead and grab a new card out, and let's see what we have for this guy. Pillage. Okay, so he's rolling a 2, so he's on that spot. Let's see what I can get. So I got a dragon egg. Now I just need some mushrooms. Okay, so we're going to spend all of this to grab 1 mushroom from the supply for free. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is move this guy in here. So 1, 2, he just needs a 2. Okay, so boom, boom. He comes in, drops all that off in there, and that's that action. Okay, so robbery. So roll the die and put it on the space. So 2, he cannot do that because he's already got 1 there. So now come to me. Let's go ahead and fulfill this contract right here. So I need a dragon egg, okay, a mushroom and a mushroom. dragon egg, mushroom, mushroom. That's going to be 11 plus 3, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 10 is going to be 83, right? So 10 to 77, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I'm at 83. Go ahead and collect that and shift everything down. So when I really start to pull away, okay? And he needs to go. So capture. So he's grabbing a hero. So he's 3. So he's going to take this hero. And then he goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's at 51. All right. Oh, quest. That's the wrong deck. That's the wrong deck. All right. Map holder. Visit any location by paying its cost. Okay. So now we're me. So I think the easiest thing to do is I can't really fulfill any more contracts. So I would say just get gold at this point and use that gold to try and gain stuff. So that's 1 coin. Okay, and then he goes a final time, which is Knob the Wyvern, which is going to move him here. All right, and then my last turn, I'll spend this 2 to gain a coin, and then spend all... Wait, I only got 3 coins. Oh no, only got 3 coins. So I'm going to have to spend an energy gem on my barrel guy, okay, to gain a free coin, and then spend that 4 coins to... capture this guy, okay, and that'll give me some victory points. All right, guys, well, that is 7 rounds. So this is the end of the game, and now what we're going to do is add up all of our final scoring. So pretty much our final scoring is just going to be our heroes that are in the tavern. So we're going to make this easy and just add up the druids to see if he can catch me. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, so that's 18 is what he had right there. So he had 18, and that's 61, and that's 69. So even with that, he would not be able to catch me. My bonus heroes would be 3, so that's 16, 22. So I would be at 105. So I'd be 90. And then come back here for 105. All right, guys. Well, look, that is one full solo playthrough of Taverns and Dragons coming to you from Lord Raccoon Games. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, please go ahead and smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and as always, guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe so we can keep bringing you some more awesome content. All right, guys. Y'all have a great one. Bye.